Hi guys, so I'm giving you a quick update from the seat of my mother's car. We are in the car park in the hospital. My brother's there in the back somewhere. And we've just come outside to the car because it's a beautiful sunny day. We've got the sun shining, and it was so hot and stuffy in the hospital that I just had to get outside for some fresh air. But we couldn't sit outside on the benches because an air ambulance arrived, so hence why we're here. Anyway, just to let you know what's been happening. So I was admitted in yesterday morning and they were going to induce me. And when I got onto delivery suite, they suggested that although I was contracting really regularly, 2 in 10 I think it was, and they were off the scale, not much was actually happening in terms of dilation. But they were going to break my waters for me. But she had it all ready. She examined me. She said, "You're now a 2 and your cervix is nice and stretchy." And she could feel the baby's head. So she was going to do the rupturing of my membranes. And then as she went to do it, the baby's head just bobbed up out of my pelvis again. So they got a bit nervous at this point and decided they didn't want to do that because obviously the baby's head not being, nestled in my pelvis. There's an ambulance reversing if you're wondering what that noise is. The cord could still slip down. So they said, "We'll just do you a stretch and sweep and we will let you go home and you can come back on Monday." Well, I said, I just knew that I shouldn't be let home. I said, "Please don't send me home. I need to be here." I just knew that I needed to be in the hospital. Which isn't really like me because obviously being away from my children and everything, normally I would want to go home if things weren't happening. But I just knew I needed to be there. Anyway, so I went downstairs and my husband and my mum went home and my brother was allowed to stay until 10 o'clock. And I was having some really intense cramping and contractions after the stretch and sweep. And I finally went to bed and I woke up at about 3:30 in the morning in absolute agony with SPD. And I went to, because you have these little buttons you press to make your bed go up and down, I wanted to adjust my bed up so I could sit up and, get off my pelvis kind of thing and get to the bathroom. And my bed remote was flashing. Obviously it was broken or needed resetting or something. Anyway, so I had to ring the buzzer for the nurse and the midwife, and she came and she helped me to the bathroom, and I had a huge bloody show and the contractions were like really, really intense. And she gave me some pain relief for the SPD, and she said just try and get some rest. So I knew that I'd made the right decision to stay in after I saw that bloody show, because I don't tend to have that unless I'm in active labour. And even though my contractions aren't following the pattern of someone in active labour, for me, I knew that was a really good sign. Anyway, so I woke up again at about 6 o'clock this morning in absolute agony again and having really strong contractions all night long. And as I was waking up, I just felt my waters go. So I was like so relieved, because they were going to obviously rupture my membranes if they didn't go on their own. And they were going to have to do that in a controlled way, which, potentially could be invasive and cause some complications and put baby more at risk. So the fact that I was able to do this all by myself, have a bloody show, lose my mucus plug, my waters go, I'm quite happy with how things have gone so far. So I've had quite a relaxed morning. They did try and take me back up to delivery suite this morning because there was some confusion about my notes. They thought they were inducing me, and I tried to say to them, "We've been through all this. You can't induce me until you've seen how I've progressed on my own, because the baby's head is still too high." And of course they get up there, they put me on the machine for ages, monitor the baby, scare the life out of me, because every time the baby moves and they lose contact with the monitor, they're convinced the baby's heart is decelerating or they're losing it. And they were saying to me, oh, we're going to have to put a clip on the baby's head and check that baby is okay. And it was really making me nervous. And then as soon as the head midwife doctor lady came in and said, oh, we're sending you back downstairs to maternity ward, they just took the monitor off and said, okay, go back downstairs, have a little walk around, have something to eat, try and relax, and we'll see you about 1:30 to re-examine you. So I was a bit frustrated that it kind of put that fear in me about the baby. When I knew that she was all right, I said to them, look, she's very active, and when she's active, you know, it's hard to keep contact with the monitor. Plus I was having such strong contractions that the monitor bands kept slipping down and they were losing contact with that as well. Anyway guys, so that's what's happening now. I've just had lunch, and hopefully I'm going to be examined in half an hour, and if I haven't made much progress, they're going to give me a stretch and sweep and see how I go after that. And if I have made some progress, they might just give me another stretch and sweep and continue to monitor me but leave me up on delivery ward. But ultimately we've got 24 hours from when your waters rupture in order to see what's going to happen, and then by then they will definitely want to get this baby out. So, but I'm thinking it's going to happen before then. The contractions have definitely started becoming more intense and stronger since I had my lunch and I've relaxed, and you know, I'm just ready to get going now. So we're going to go in. Hopefully one more stretch and sweep will be all it takes to get me into active labour, and if that doesn't happen, they will be inducing me. They're going to do it very slowly because they're obviously worried about this being my 5th baby. So I think that's about it for now, guys. I'll try and keep you updated if anything else happens. Thank you for all your prayers and kind wishes, and I'll be back as soon as I can with some more updates. Okay guys, speak to you soon. Bye.